Hi, it's Mimi again. I have another Christmas story for you today. It's called I'll Be Home for Christmas. It's a story with Toot and Puddle. Look at that beautiful Christmas tree. I'll be home for Christmas. Dear Puddle, I love family reunions. Great aunt Peg is 100 years old today. Wait until you see what she gave me, your friend Toot. P.S. I'll be home for Christmas. Says Toot Puddle, Woodcock Pocket, USA. My dear Toot, said the ancient aunt, this is for you. It's my lucky nut. Back in Woodcock Pocket, Puddle couldn't wait for Toot any longer. Christmas was only a few days away, and there was everything to do. Just checking the calendar. Puddle signed all the cards, Merry Christmas, blank and Puddle. He would have to wait until Toot returned before he could mail them. Look how busy he is. Chopping, collecting, he's making paper rings, and he's hanging the lights. To Puddle at woodcockpocket.com. Subject, Christmas. Puds, Edinburgh is having an ice storm. All flights delayed. But don't decorate the tree without me. I'm on my way home, somehow. Your pal, Toot. P.S. I'm full of Christmas spirit. He's having trouble getting home. Meanwhile, at Woodcock Pocket, he's making fruitcakes. Look how many they made. Fruitcake is one of Toot's favorite things, said Puddle. How many do you think we need? Tulip asked. Tulip is the parrot. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Looks like, you see him? He's on the airplane heading home. When Toot finally arrived in Boston, he made it to the United States. It was snowing and very late. Everything had come to a stop, even trains and buses and taxicabs. I promised Puddle I'd be home tonight, Toot thought. Look at him trudging through the snowstorm. Toot hiked far from the city. The night was cold and the snow was deep. He trudged on until at last he could go no further. Toot hugged himself to keep warm. There in his pocket he felt the lucky nut. He'd forgotten all about the special gift. It's Christmas Eve, he thought. I wish I was home in Woodcock Pocket. He's cold and lonely and he just wants to be home. It's snowing so hard, Puddle said. It's beautiful, said Tulip. If only Toot were home. Look how beautiful the scene is. Toot was startled by a tinkling, jingling sound. As he peered into the dark, he saw a faint light coming toward him. It twinkled and flickered in the snowy light. What do you think's coming through the snow? Where are you headed, laddie? Woodcock Pocket, said Toot. It's miles and miles from here. Climb aboard, the driver said. I know the way. Who is that driver? Who is that? The first snowfall had turned Woodcock Pocket into a sparkling wonderland. Everything was ready. Everything was perfect. But where was his friend? Then, I'm home. You are. You're finally here. Toot told his friends of his adventure and how he finally got back to Woodcock Pocket. I loved the sleigh ride, he said. It felt like we were flying. I wonder who that driver was, said Puddle. Let's hang this on the tree, said Toot. What is that? Tulip asked. It's beautiful, said Puddle. This is Great Aunt Peg's lucky nut, Toot told them. It wasn't easy to fall asleep on Christmas Eve. Toot, Puddle said, do you hear a jingling sound? Toot listened. Maybe. I think I definitely hear something, said Puddle. Then I think we'd better go to sleep, Toot said, right away. Puddle agreed. I'll count to 20. But before Puddle counted to 10, he and his friend were fast asleep. When they wake up, it will be Christmas. Oh, Toot made it home. Made it home in time for Christmas. And who do you think gave him that ride? Now it's time for you to get some rest. And remember that no matter where I am, I'm proud of you, I'm thinking of you, and I love you. But for now, Mimi says good night. Good night.